When I look back on my 19 years of life, I can easily pinpoint the moments that have shaped me into the person that I am today. The birth of my little sister happened when I was just 3 years old, and it taught me how to be a more compassionate person, and it gave me a lifelong best friend. My high school dual credit education classes taught me that education is one of the most important things in the world, and it helped me prioritize it over things I used to deem more important, such as playing sports or hanging out with my friends on the weekend. And lastly, the death of my paternal grandfather taught me that life is too short to hold grudges and that I need to be a better person to those around me because you never know how much time somebody has left. These three events, spaced out years apart, have taught me to be a more dedicated, education driven, kind hearted person than I am today. Hi, I'm Caitlin Derringer. I'm 19 years old and I'm a sophomore here at Campbellsville University. I am a chemistry major, education minor, and when I graduate, I plan to become a high school chemistry teacher, preferably in my hometown at Washington County. I currently live at home with my parents, 2 dogs, 2 cats, my little sister, and my boyfriend Blake stays here most of the time anyway. Like I said earlier, the birth of my sister, Grace, happened when I was just 3 years old, and it brought me instantaneous happiness. We were absolutely instant best friends, but I know that we fought like sisters usually do. I know that we drove my parents crazy, fighting over things like what to watch on the TV, what we wanted for dinner, whose turn it was to play with the Barbie dream house, and many more fights that looking back now on seem absolutely ridiculous. Having a little sister taught me how to be more compassionate. It taught me patience, and it taught me how to be a team player. There were plenty of times when I had to compromise or change my plans to help accommodate her. When I was younger, I was only ever allowed to have one friend over for birthday parties when we went out because our car only held 5 people and Grace always had to tag along. While we fought pretty much all the time, I wouldn't change having a little sister for anything. She is now 16, I am 19, and we are best friends. We make weekly Walmart trips, we talk about the drama at her high school, but we still fight about what to watch on the TV. At times, I wanted absolutely nothing to do with her, but looking back now, I wouldn't change having a little sister for the world. One of the second events in my life that have impacted me and made me into the person I am today were the dual credit education classes I was able to take while in high school. My school partnered with Campbellsville University and allowed me to participate in Educators Rising Pathway. This allowed me to take the first 3 courses in the Campbellsville Education Pathway while I was still in high school for a much cheaper price. These classes gave me so many great opportunities and have taught me so many valuable lessons. I was able to interact with teachers and students in elementary, middle school, and high school classrooms. It allowed me to work with some great teachers in my hometown, some of even who had taught me, and it allowed me to teach my little sister Grace her freshman year when I collaborated with her environmental science teacher. That was a fun experience. Having these experiences also made me realize just how important education is to the people in this world. I saw so many children light up and their eyes sparkle when they had their aha moment, when they broke through and figured out a really tough problem. This made me realize that I want to spend the rest of my life getting to help kids have more of those moments. Being in the education pathway also helped me prioritize education in my own life. I am determined to go to college and graduate, and I want to educate. Lastly, the third event in my life that has made me into the person I am today would be the death of my paternal grandfather. This event, as tragic and awful as it was, taught me how to have a better character. I remember that we had a family reunion the day before he passed, and that we had to bring him food because he wasn't able to attend because he was sick. I remember my mom calling me the next day telling me that he had passed, and me crying on the phone. I remember having to go fix up his house to sell. I remember dealing with his property. I remember planning the funeral, and I remember everyone at the funeral hugging me and me trying to fight back the tears. I remember spreading his ashes on our family farm, and I know and I remember and I still hold the emotional toll that this had on me and everybody around me. This has taught me that life is too short. You never know how much time someone has left, and so you always need to be the best, kindest, smartest person to the people around you. This has made me dedicated to being a better person. I don't want anybody to pass like he did, not knowing that anybody was there with him. In conclusion, when I think back on my life, I can point out easily which moments have shaped me into the person I am today, and I want to challenge each of you to do the same. Think back through your memories and find out which ones have influenced you the most. While I was not fond of these particular moments while they were happening, I'm now able to look back on them and find what traits and values of mine that they had influenced. The birth of my sister, my education classes, and the death of my grandfather are all key aspects of what went into how I view myself and my values in this life. Thank you.